It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I am joined on this fine Saturday morning by Paul, Pete, and hopefully Ed will be along soon. In this week's show, we've got worst pre-seasons, good first seasons, good time seasons, limbs, songs, statues, serial darts, cop shows, and more. If you watch it on YouTube, which is becoming a familiar theme now, I am wearing a Jarg Moroccan top, sort of in tribute to our new Moroccan signing. It was given to me by the fella at the all-inclusive bar in Morocco, which was nice. So in return, I gave him my last season's third shirt, and I thought I'll be able to get one dead easy, and you can't get one anywhere now. But do you know what? It was a good trade for a Jarg Morocco top. Pete, what's yours?
Tanzania. My brother went there last year, and I ended up finding this Tanzania shirt, which is randomly a 4XL. But it's about a large in our size.
You're a big fella, but not that big.
Yeah.
And Paul, you've got a Tanzania in fact.
Oh God! Well,
Put you on the spot there.
It's not a fact. It's something I found out about 8 seconds before we came online. Why did we play Gor Mahia? I don't know. You probably don't pronounce it like that, but twice over 2 legs over the space of 18 months. And Pete obviously told me.
Yeah, the sports pacer deal was wild, clearly.
Yeah, yes, very wild, yeah.
Speaking of pre-season, the Toffees have got off to an absolute flyer. At least we scored a goal from open play now in the last game. But, I mean, getting beat by Potter's West Ham, it's a bit of a low, isn't it? But go straight to the hot topic. What is your worst pre-season memory, Pete?
Worst pre-season memory? We've had plenty, haven't we? Let's be honest. Plenty of them. I remember watching John Spencer, and I think we played. But did we play Chester away? It was either Chester or Preston, one of those like really close ones that we used to do the two of them, didn't we? And I think John Spencer scored, and we won 1-0. But then I think we signed him for £1 million not long after, and I think that's my worst experience because it meant that we'd have to carry on looking at John Spencer for the future. But I think we've had plenty of really dodgy pre-season occasions, haven't we?
Oh God, yeah.
Just generally. I mean, the best thing ever was, I think I've said this before, the best thing that will never be topped was Umani scoring with his cock. That was,
it will be.
That was incredible. That was the best.
In a 22-0 win. I mean,
22-0 win.
If you ever explain that to anyone who like wasn't around for it, they just wouldn't believe you, would you?
No, and that was it. The man, the myth, the legend. Did he score like 4? I think Kevin Morales got like 5 that day, didn't he?
Yeah, Sandro didn't score, did he?
Who
Of course he didn't.
Sandro, well, yeah. That's it all, done it. The man will always have a special place in my heart.
Same. Do you know what? Remember that goal he scored against Bournemouth, the first one? My head nearly exploded when that went in because it was so made up for him. Because I think that we were hating Koeman at that point, weren't we? He was really pissing everyone off.
Yeah.
And just made up for him. And yeah, I just remember my head felt like it was going to explode. Like it sort of cheered that much.
We're so two-faced, aren't we? Because I remember when Koeman fixed the locker thing, it was like, oh yeah, we're getting rid of him, we're going to force him out. I think some of us were actually like, oh, he's right, we've got a manager who's going to like lay down the law. But then quickly we realised it was a little bit our ass.
Yeah, it was the same with like when he signed and like he stayed on holiday and he sort of did it at his own pace. And then he kept a bit of distance and we were like, do you know what? So after Martinez being all like lovey-dovey about the club, we were like, maybe he's just like a really sort of harsh operator, keeps his distance, just very professional. Within about 2 months, it was like, he's a dick, isn't he? It was like, yeah. It was. Yeah, funny times. Now.
The Christmas tree was the one that ended that.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't even festive orange. Paul?
I'm trying to think, but I remember, was it 14-15, Martinez's first season? I wouldn't say it's me worst, but when we signed Besic and he looked like an absolute whale beater and played like a 60-yard diagonal pass from the like Park End family enclosure to up by the Bullens, and then nothing happened in his career. Absolutely.
And then that back pass, and that was it.
Well, yeah.
The back heel, sorry.
Even I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anything that's incredibly bad because usually I've been too drunk to remember.
Yeah, I hate pre-season anyway. It does me head in, but I think playing Celta Vigo, Prenton Park was a bit of a low point, wasn't it? That was weird. And they humped us 3-0, I think, didn't they?
Of course. I do remember a really good one, though. I got invited to when was the Umbro Cup? 96, 97 or something, when Shearer done his ankle. It was like the weekend, and I only went this Sunday. I don't think I went to Saturday games. So it was Ajax, Newcastle, Chelsea and Everton. And Ajax were still, like, class. They were only 2 years after they won the Champions League. They're Babangida and everyone playing for them, Taribo West. It was absolutely... Yeah, they battered Newcastle 3-0, and we beat Chelsea 1-0 on the Sunday to win. We never thought that was good. No, I was going to say, never thought, like, we'd have a bad season after that, but lo and behold.
See, we were always good to give Chelsea a kicking in them days, though, weren't we?
Yeah, true.
In the 90s, because they were shit, and I mean, we were shit, but we always seemed to beat them at home anyway.
In fact, did they have John Spencer in that game?
They probably did, actually. Was there ever a headline, John Spencer Blues explosion? Because that would have been about the only good thing about him signing for us from Chelsea, wouldn't it? I don't think it was ever you. My one also revolves around Prenton Park, but it was me and two of my mates got legged through an estate by Exmouth Street in Birkenhead on the way back from Prenton Park, which was nice considering we were toffees. I don't know if these were tramway lads or what, but it wasn't a nice experience. And also in that game, I think Miklos Molnar played. Do you remember him?
Yes.
Danish striker, nicknamed the Danish Dynamite. Played 2 games and we fucked him off. So
blew himself up.
Yeah. So I hate pre-season. I can't wait till it's over.
In terms of getting my hopes up as well. Oh, I know exactly. Do you know what? Forget what I've said. Do you remember we played Man City in pre-season? The summer we signed Alex Nyarko, and we had like Nicholas Alexanderson. And that pre-season, Nicholas Alexanderson went on this incredible run where he scored like 6 goals. He scored against City. Nyarko, I think he score twice against City? Nyarko scored against City as well and scored a back heel. I was convinced that we had the new Patrick Vieira and the new Andrei Kanchelskis. I got Alex Anderson on the back of my shirt when I was a kid because I thought he was going to be the new Kanchelskis, and obviously he wasn't. But I fully blame that Man City result. Obviously, again, like back in the day, Man City was shit, the same as Chelsea were.
Yeah.
But it was still seeing Alex Anderson tearing it up on the wing, and then I don't think he scored for his first 40 games for Everton. Like,
was that you who ran on at Arsenal? To Nyarko?
Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it? He was only there a season, wasn't he? I think, was he?
Oh, God.
Yeah, he had one. Well, Nyarko was a weird one, wasn't he? Because he played that season. Then he was that crap that one of the fans wanted to swap shirts with him.
Yeah.
Then he went on loan for a few years.
Oh, yeah, he did,
And then he had like a bit of a revival. And I think he actually played. He played in the derby. And we drew. I'm sure he got man of the match in the derby when we drew away at Anfield. And he had about 8 or 9 games towards the end of the season where he was really actually looking like he was getting a bit of form. He had a year left on his contract, and then we realised his work permit was running out. And his work permit ran out. Typical Everton. We signed him on a 5-year deal, but only had a 4-year work permit. So just as he started playing well again, we had to jib him off.
I didn't realise that. That is classic Toffees, that, isn't it? Jesus.
Yeah.
5-year deal with a 4-year permit. Fucking hell. Right, some more pre-season stuff. Tangled Up in Blue said pre-season signing 3 number 10s. It all went to shit from that point on. Fair enough, yeah. Chris, only Everton could board a transatlantic flight. Excited to play a pre-season US tournament and have the event fall apart when Arsenal and Inter pulled out before we'd even left UK airspace. Dino, this is a good one. 2017, signing Michael Keane. 2025, re-signing Michael Keane. And Liam said, hot topic, although Nev's testimonial, the Celtic was boss. 2 bad things for him, aged 8. Pretty terrified by Dixie, the mascot. Defo 8 kids' souls. That, yeah, Dixie was terrifying. Yeah, God, horrific. And we got talking to some Celts who seemed fine until Dad assured mine. Hold on. Until Dad assured mine Dunk thrashed the fella in a wheelchair up north. Yeah, they wouldn't have liked Duncan Ferguson, would the Celtic fans, to be fair, so. No. Probably not the best conversation starter, that. Right, we'll move on to some red hot soccer chat. First up from Phil. What does a realistic and successful first season at Bramley Moor Dock look like? Are we resetting our expectations here, lads? Paul, we'll come to you first.
Well, only because of the lack of signings, I suppose. Everyone was thinking, it might be the kickstart that we need in a new stadium and stuff. But I think they're forgetting that we're Everton, so you've got to scale your expectations down. It's like when Eddie Izzard, and I think it's Glorious, when he's talking about the British going into space as well as America, and we can't even get a man up a ladder, never mind a man into space. So this is very Everton-like, isn't it? I don't know. It's just I sent that video to you, didn't I? Was that Thursday night? And I was basically when this Tyler Dibbling bid was announced by Paul Joyce or whatever. So I was looking at
Carry on.
I was looking at the screen thinking, he's playing chess. So I don't know. It's like we've got no midfielders, and we have got, for the first time, we've actually got a few attacking options. Not many, but I'm more concerned about the defence. And people are thinking just because the last two seasons have been, really good in terms of not shipping loads of goals. I don't know. It just feels like it's not, going to be the case this season with like a third straight, sort of campaign with the same.
Yeah. The worry for me with the defence is the lack of a pre-season. So I know I think Tarkowski's in the squad now, isn't he? But Branthwaite hasn't played any pre-season. The right back's still an issue, so O'Brien could be centre back, and then the right back issue's still there. So it's the fact that if Tarkowski doesn't play tomorrow against Man United and against Roma, he won't have had a pre-season. He didn't have a pre-season last year and was dreadful for about the first 3 months, wasn't he? So if these players are coming in with no pre-season behind them, that is a big worry. That. Yeah. Pete.
Yeah, I was going to put Pete in then.
Yeah. Like you say, it all depends on signings, doesn't it? I think we need a left back and a right back, and a centre mid, and a right winger, and a centre forward. So if we can get all them in, plus a few more for the squad, then a successful season at Bramley Moor will probably look around, if we can get mid-table to Europa Conference League. I mean, the dream for me is Europa Conference League.
Yeah, all day.
Forget all that Champions League, Europa League nonsense.
Yeah.
The real away trips are in that Europa Conference League.
Yeah.
I want to experience going to the arse end of Eastern Europe for a Thursday night game where they have to leave on Tuesday and get back on the following Sunday. I want to experience that, just to see us get beat 1-0 by a load of part-time electricians.
That's it. I never did Kharkiv, and that's one away I wish I'd done Kharkiv, because it sounded nuts.
Oh
yeah. I mean, I've done a few. By coach, the longest coach that I did was only Switzerland. We went to Young Boys away. Went to Atalanta. That was a good trip.
Until the game.
But I need to get myself to one of them Eastern European horrible aways. Like the type where you enter the stadium, you don't know whether you're going to leave it alive.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Yeah. We all need to experience that at least once in our lives, don't we?
Got to, haven't you? You know
Definitely.
what I mean? Why do people jump out of planes with parachutes? You've got to experience the adrenaline rush of fearing for your life every now and again.
Yeah, getting hung upside down by some Ukrainian thug, stuff like that. Yeah, pretty much. For me, so I started the sort of before pre-season. I said, we'll finish 8th. We'll be sound, because I say that every season that we're going to finish 8th. The one season it will come through. But yeah, I think so. We've been pretty solidly mid-table the last 2 seasons, all things considered. We've had a good mid-table finish, proper mediocre. I do think there's going to be a dip because of the new ground, and now the fact that there's no players coming in does make me think the dip could be a little bit worse than I thought. So I'm thinking that we could finish 15th, 16th, something like that, which I'm sure would have a lot of heads rolling, but we probably need to prepare for it, because it's not. I'm not being negative. It realistically could happen. If we have a little bit of drop off, we finish lower mid table there. I don't think we'll be in relegation trouble, but I I think a successful first season, will probably be, like you said, be mid-table. And if we do tickle the Europa Conference spots, that'll be sound. But sort of anywhere upper bottom half, I think, will be all right. Shoot for the stars, lads.
Sorry, I was going to say, I mean, I know because it's a brand new thing and everything, but I think realistically, you've always got to forget that it's that and putting a label on it. And basically, because of the position the club's in, we need to just build progressively. It's not important where we finish unless it's drastically bad. And then you need to just keep breaking through this. We're finding it really difficult to attract, the better players, and they're shooting, as you say, shooting for the stars in terms of transfers at the moment. And it's going to be difficult to attract them because there's so many other teams. Now there's 27 teams in Europe from England or whatever. So there's so many better options for agents and players and the likes. You look at the amount of players who've left from the Premier League or England in general to go abroad and have then come back or looking to come back to the Premier League. Douglas Luiz made 3 starts for Juventus last season, and now he wants to come back again. Yeah, he played about 28 games or something or whatever, maybe even into the lower end of the 30s, but 3 actual 90-minute starts. So you can see why he wants to come back. But the money is in the Prem as well. It's not so bad if you're looking at going to, you're going to Napoli and you're actually, you're playing for a team that are champions. Kvaratskhelia has gone to Paris, so they're now looking for not enigmatic, but one of those unique players, I think. So they're going to be trying to attract as many different, wild talents as they possibly can to then make the money to keep building, because they don't have the Sky Sports money the Prem does, and everyone else is the same in every other country. But you look at the players that Everton are trying to attract, and then they're coming down a level, and then you're thinking, yeah, all right, well, it's better to try and see is the new shiny ground and promise of new owners or or potential that the Everton have got at the moment. Can we do that in the first season? Newcastle lads, all that money that they brought in, and they found it really difficult, and yet they probably overshot. Quick and the sort of maybe wanted in their 5-year plan or whatever it was. I got in the Champions League, and then they struggled the next season. Relatively struggled, by the way. They didn't really finish, as far down as Everton, Tottenham, West Ham, or Man United last year, for example. But look how bad Tottenham done in the league last year. They're now in the Champions League. As Pete said, even just getting into the Europa Conference. Chelsea won that last season. So if they hadn't have finished in the Champions League places, they would have been in the Europa League by winning that. Does it really take that much to win the Conference League? I know Chelsea had about 1,500 players in their squad to choose from, but that's the problem now, isn't it? Is getting rid of so many players, then trying to bring them in is really, really difficult now, isn't it? And that with threadbare.
It clearly doesn't take much because David Moyes' West Ham won it. So there you go. That's all you need to know, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just a quick aside on Newcastle, isn't it dead funny to hear them moaning about the corrupt Premier League and how annoying cop-outs are? It's like, lads, we've been telling you this for years.
Yeah. But Newcastle, the weirdest thing was when Newcastle suddenly decided that they didn't like us. I was like, you're picking on the wrong ones here. They were siding with them.
Yeah.
That's why we call them the cop-outs of the North East. Do you know what I mean? Because
they are.
Have this weird mentality. But it's coming on to roost now, isn't it? There
it's
you
so
go.
Funny.
What you get. We're actually the sound ones.
Yeah. More importantly, Phil's follow-up question hits the big issue. Do we know the ale lineup of Bramley Moor? What would be the perfect lineup of beverages of choice? So, I think I might know it. I think
you do, don't you?
I think it's Budweiser, Corona, Camden Pale, Camden Hells. I'm all over the Camden ones. That's a decent lineup. That I think if I could have picked any sort of sort of standard sort of berries that you get in the pub, I'd go with Camden. I think. Pete, you don't drink, but if you did,
I don't drink, but I can still give me. I'm just more worried about the price.
Yeah.
Because you can sell whatever ale you want. If you overprice it, people just won't pay it, will they? So it'll be great for all the businesses around the ground. They're all the ones popping up.
Well, we were in the Terrace Bar last night, which is right opposite. Oh, it's cracking. It's like 3 levels. It's massive, and they've got a really nice sort of roof terrace that looks over to the ground, and the pump house thing. But yeah, they're selling like, I had like a couple of pints of Brixton, £4.50. If the club are going in with like £7 for a pint, people aren't staying, are they? Absolutely not.
Not a chance. Not a chance. And that's the thing. That's where I've had this conversation before. I had like a bit of a thing on Twitter about this. And there was some people coming back to me saying, "Oh, you know, you're moaning about the club and all this." It's nothing to do with that. It's actually, I actually think that Everton have got the opportunity to maximise money, to maximise the income. If you keep things reasonable and keep things like, even if you have a lower priced option, say if you've got like your nice fancy ales, but have like a Carlin or something that's a bit cheaper. To encourage people to stay in. Same with the food. Have your fancy sausage rolls, have your fancy steak, steak pies with, I don't know, cilantro or whatever. I don't know why that popped into my head. But like, have your fancy stuff. But then just have your basic sausage roll, your basic scouse pie. So that it's not all too expensive for absolutely everyone. Because otherwise all that's going to happen is all the pubs around the ground, all the chippies that end up opening up, and everywhere else will end up making a killing, and then Everton will lose out because they're trying to add an extra couple of pounds onto something. You'll actually lose like people's entire purse. Because if someone, say for example, someone's got £50 to spend for a day, for example, £40, they're going to look at it and go, well, I can have 5 pints in the ground, or I can go and have 8 pints somewhere else. They're going to go for that, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? It's no brainer.
That's it as well.
Be silly.
Just be different to like every other venue, and like be like sensible about it. Because on that walk up now from town, there's probably going to be 5 open for the start of the season, maybe 4. So there's the Wind Factory, Murphy's, 10th Street, Terrace Bar, and I think there's going to be 1 more open. Next door to it, So you got 5 on the walk up alone there. That's before you get into like places like the Denby and that in town. So it's the Bramley Moor as well. Yeah, so if they don't price it well, people just won't go. Paul, let's say they do price it well. What's your dream lineup?
Well, I only drink Guinness, really. So they're not having that. But
Guinness cold, Guinness Zero, that'll do.
Well, I'm drinking Guinness Zero now.
Guinness Zero is nice.
Well, yeah, because I'm not drinking for 4 months, am I? So I'll be drinking Guinness Zero until the 1st of December.
Let's start.
Oh, God, yeah.
Let's start this petition. I'll get on board with it. Guinness Zero in the ground.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
For less than £6 a pint.
Well, yeah. Well, I know. But exactly as you say, and Pete, the captive audience thing just does not work with Everton, I don't think. Because we haven't got as many people who are flying in from all over the world like them over the park, who are willing just to pay. They'll pay what it is. Oh, I'm not paying it every day. Well, you live in Norway, so you probably are paying more. But to be fair, that's the thing, isn't it? We're having options. I totally agree with that, Pete. And I think that if they do get that wrong, massively wrong, I think like everyone won't be bothered by like either the Roma game or the Brighton game, and after that they'll be like, no, I'm not going to pay anymore. They'll do it as a once-off, I think. But
what's the novelties?
And then the club really will have to start then speaking to the FAB, not the Thunderbirds, obviously, but and just basically saying, well, we need. They'll notice a drop off, as Pete's saying. They will absolutely notice that in the balance, with the account.
This is the thing, isn't it? They probably should have gone in at a low price point, but they might do. And then if that isn't working for them, just put it up anyway, instead of like going in high and then it balls up and then going lower. I don't know. Just quickly as an aside, after we had Max last week, it's Colin Robinson.
Hey,
Colin.
Is he going to suck all the energy out of me?
Oh, yeah, he is as we speak. He looks terrified there, doesn't he? Colin Robinson's first appearance on Mailbag. Right, we'll move on to Toffee Daft. Most memorable for you good time season. So this, like, if you listen to the podcast, this week's, by the way, 2005-06 season is incredible. What's your favourite good time season? So from 95 to present day. I think 05-06 potentially, because it was a very, very memorable season for a lot of reasons that like weren't necessarily good. Not least getting Villarreal and getting knocked out the cup, the Champions League. But Pete, most memorable between in that time frame? What to choose from?
Come back to me. Let me have a look.
Okay.
Let me have a think about that one.
Paul, got
Liam's gonna hate me here that I haven't actually listened to one yet, and I'm such a bad friend, aren't I? I've been listening to those Alexi Sale ones that you told me.
Oh, Sandwich Bar.
But also this other one. But well, I want to definitely listen to that 0506 one, definitely, because as you say, that was when we thought we'd broken through the glass ceiling, and then you move forward, don't you? And we just typically Everton, then the escalator breaks. So
yeah, I think it was.
I'm going to start listening to them this weekend. I genuinely mean that, and I'm going to message Liam and tell him that.
Yeah, they are brilliant. The research that goes into it's absolutely incredible. I mean, Liam's got like a photographic memory anyway, but
his middle name's Almanac.
Pete.
Yeah, so I will have to have a little listen back. I'll have to. I've said this before, Les. I don't listen to podcasts. I won't listen back to this.
Oh God, I won't.
Do you know what I mean? I do. I will respectfully go away and do some more research and listen to every single one.
It is worth it. It'll take up about 3 years of your life, but it is worth it.
I mean, to be fair, I've got a lot of painting to do, Les. A lot of painting.
There you go.
So to be fair, I do need some entertainment, so that will keep me going. Memorable
Painting.
Seasons, probably. Whether they've covered it, the Roberto Martinez first season, when I felt, we were all singing Roberto Had a Dream and all that. We started off so many chants. By the way, have you noticed that all of our chants from that season, by the way, Bournemouth and West Brom still sing them?
Yeah, it's nuts.
So the school, they listened to our songs. And what was the other one as well? There was Bobby in brown shoes, babe. Moyes fucked off. And all the pundits said that Toffees would draw. And then we went and raided Wigan FC and took Bobby in brown shoes, babe. We had some belter chants. What happened to our chants, by the way?
Well, hold that thought, because Liam's asked, what's your favourite ever Everton player song and what's the worst? So Pete, go ahead, take it away.
Oh, I've got loads. I mean, I've just sang one.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix it up a bit. So Everton Women, we've got a belter of a song for Claire Wheeler. I don't know whether I've actually done this before, but it's amazing, and it's to the tune of Tina Turner, and it's she left her old club in Sydney, went to play in Denmark with Sorensen. Then she packed her bags and headed to the Toffees. Now she's running round in the number 7. Claire Wheeler keeps on running.
Wow.
The Toffees will keep on singing. We're singing Claire Wheeler. And also a really simple one. Everton Women have the best chance, by the way. All we need is Kelly Gago.
Oh, that's incredible.
Kelly Gago. All we need is.
That's amazing.
That's me for now. Come back to me, and I'll get some more for the men's team. But yeah, get down to Goodison Park next season.
Get your coat on, get moving. Paul?
I'm the worst at remembering. For someone who actually does music, I'm the worst at remembering songs. When we were Ipswich, when Warren stayed at mine, me, him, and Liam just in the Denby singing like about 15 different songs from going well back, and I can't even remember any of them.
So John said the Paul Rideout one was decent. No. Hey, Paul Rideout, that was good. Super Kevin Campbell was his favourite. His worst one's DCL. Liam said that as well. He said personally loved the Inspiral Carpetetto song. That was a belter. Worst has to be the DCL Bella Ciao, which I thought was all right. Liam says, I think he finally left when he realised we just didn't love him enough to sing a half decent tune for him. But yeah, fair enough. I think my favourite's the Pickford one.
Yeah, the
Pickford season. That's incredible.
I was cheating by saying that. That's why I didn't say it. But it's
Get lucky will never be beaten.
Oh, that's
Shane
one of the
Duffy
ones we were
Shane
saying.
Duffy one. That will never be beaten.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be popular for saying this, but I couldn't stand Roberto Had a Dream. I hated the Sleep John B thing.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Yeah.
There you go.
One of them, just because of how topical it was, and it was so quick that we did it, was obviously the John Stones one.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
We played Barnsley. Martinez did did like the presser on the pitch, didn't he? And the way he said, Chelsea need to learn that they money can't buy you everything. And then we played Tottenham like that weekend, didn't we? And we were singing it at Tottenham.
Yeah,
and it was amazing. I love that. I love that whole thing. And also, people always tend to forget, even though we said money can't buy you stones, we were talking about Chelsea, and we were right because he ended up going to City.
Yeah.
So when you get people saying, "Oh, Everton, you said money couldn't buy you stones," well, didn't buy them stones because we were talking about Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea's money couldn't. Yeah, so, they're the best ones, aren't they? The really quick turnaround, organic ones like that, where someone just like has a boss idea and goes with it.
Oh, do you know what as well? We made John Mack. He used to have his own coach, and he came up with loads of chants on his coach. And he reliably informs me that he came up with the Terry Phelan one when he left. Terry Phelan. We've lost our Terry Phelan. Oh, our Terry Phelan. Bring back our Terry Phelan, 'cause he's gone, gone, gone. No,
I love to have Pete's tones on this. It's like he just sings along. It's great. Leighton Baines, you probably think this song is about you.
Yeah,
incredible.
I love that.
You to me are everything, the greatest left back in the league. Oh, Bainesy. Oh, Bainesy. A little coach special, that one.
I love this one as well from Lee. Biggest limbs celebration you've ever been in at a game? There's one clear winner for me, but Pete, will go to you first.
Anfield derby, Sigurdsson, but then obviously we ended up getting beat.
That was mine.
I've never mentioned when Rooney scored. There was penalties don't really count though, do they? We did go. Do you remember that time when we drew against them 1-1 at Anfield, and we had about 5% possession, and we all walked out the ground singing, we drew the shite on a Sunday night and never touched the ball. We were all walking through the park. Well, Rooney's penalty. Don't think penalties really count though, because obviously, like, you don't have that like spontaneous explosion.
Waiting for it, aren't you? Yeah.
The Watford one where we won 3-2.
Walcott.
When Walcott scored, I remember the Baines one when we beat Chelsea on pens away at Chelsea. That one was quite good actually, because when Baines scored that free kick, like right at the end, I was on the end of the row and I started running down because I was just like lost. I was, everyone was going nuts, you're jumping on top of each other. And next thing, I ended up basically getting like rugby tackled. I was on the end, right next to the Chelsea fans. They were to me right. And I realised the steward, I think he must have thought I was going to run on the pitch. And he's like, he tackled me. And I'm hugging the steward. I was going... And I said, "Oh, mate," I said, "We're going on the pitch." He said, and as I got up, he said, "No, go." He said, "Go back there." I said, "Sorry about that, mate." And he goes, "It's all right. I'm an Arsenal fan."
I tell you what, it's a great away into Chelsea, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a boss away in there.
In that cup game, we had it
sort of whole,
the whole thing, but then it sort of went round to the right a little bit. So I was sort of right in the corner, like by the corner flag, and then you'd have like the Chelsea fans a couple of seats next to us.
Tasty,
like a family stand thing. Yeah, gobshites.
Paul, biggest limbs?
Good question. This even when I was like when Pete talking, I should have been thinking, but I was just like enjoying listening to what he was saying. Tell you what was funny. Oviedo away at United, and I was in the prawn sandwich seats.
Yes.
And loads of people around us. We didn't make a peep. We were late actually, because there'd been like an accident as well. So we didn't get there till about, I can't even remember, about like 15 minutes into the game. And you should have had something to eat before the game in Everton. Like being posh hospitality. Not posh at all, just hospitality. And when I stood up and just went, yes, and then realised when I wasn't sat down. And two fellas from Aberdeen tried to, punch us in our seats.
Aberdeen Copmates?
No, well, United.
Oh, sorry, yeah. United.
Yeah, so it was weird because, the away end was boss there because he was singing about Moyes. And obviously when Oviedo scores, you just lose where you're off for a second.
Yeah.
It was weird. And then I was like, so there's me, my cousin, his dad, my uncle, obviously, and then I can't remember who went with us. I think it was our other mate, Alan. And we were sitting behind them, and they were about the row down, and then they were on the end of the row, and they tried to my uncle was going, "Will you calm down? It's not, we haven't done anything bad. It's a football game. Chill out." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were calling the steward over, right? And this is the best reply I've ever heard to anything, by the way. And they were going, "They shouldn't even be in here. They should be in the away end." And the steward said, "They're human beings."
Oh,
and
look at that.
Never said anything else. The
Namaste.
best reply I know I've ever. He was just in his 60s or whatever, grey hair, grey beard, and everything, just big fella, but that's all. He didn't even try and comment down. That's all he said. They're human beings. And they
tell you what,
City fan absolutely reveling in watching demise.
One of the best things about that goal was Coleman's reaction to it, where he just does not know what to do. He looks one way, he looks the other, puts his hands on his head. He's like, "Ah!" It's so good.
I think it's also because Oviedo runs the opposite way from the Everton fans, doesn't he? And celebrating. I only watched that the other day because they had it on it. I woke up in the middle of the night after the West Ham game. It just left me telly on, and they had all the best goals. Everton against United, and the first one I saw or I woke up to was Manny Fernandez at the Gladys Street. That was limbs as well. That was unbelievable.
That completely silenced them on 60 minutes, didn't it? They were just they just went quiet, and then obviously Ian Turner got the bollock, and the rest is history.
I know.
Arteta's got to get an honourable mention against Fiorentina as well.
Oh God, yeah.
That was just an absolute. And
that was so loud.
Scored. The Gosling one was a good bit of limb. I mean, in my head, I'm thinking best limbs that I've been to in the away end. But then I'm thinking, because I sat in the main stand all them years at Goodison, you'd think the main stand wouldn't get limbs, but those occasions were full on danger. We didn't used to have the wheelchair platform in front of us either. So when limbs go off there, you kind of there is a little bit of a drop, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and those the thing at the front's quite low, isn't it? In the main stand, it's easily fall overable. Yeah.
Fall overable, yeah. I wouldn't like to be in the top balcony for either of them.
Oh God, I know. The front row of the top balcony is the most terrifying place on earth.
I love that place.
Yeah. Best stand ever. No, well, best part of the stand ever. The top balcony, loved it. Is that going to be open, Pete? Do you know, for the women's, or is it just the lows that are going to open?
So basically, there's going to be the option to open more areas.
Yeah.
So they're doing it sort of block by block. Hopefully, if we get enough people down there, hopefully one day, But I don't think it's going to be open from the start, which is a shame, really, because I love the top balcony, as me and you have discussed previously, Les.
We have.
But yeah, at the moment though, so it's the Gladys Street, the family enclosure, the park end, and the main stand. And then, as I say, depending on uptake, depending on the game as well. For example, if there is a bigger game, they might open other areas. But hopefully, as the women game grows as well, we've got space to move into.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of clubs are going to find that, if the attendances do skyrocket, they might be a bit stuck. Whereas Everton are kind of future proofed, if you like. Also, we're playing our the derby at Bramley Moor, Hill Dicko.
Is that the opening game?
Yeah, that's 7th of September, is that?
Yeah, but so basically £100. By the way, £100 for the season ticket for an adult, £50 for a kid's season ticket.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
In that you've got a guaranteed ticket. You're going to Bramley Moor as well. So I think it's I think it's a no-brainer. Get the kids down there. Get them to experience Everton.
Yeah, defo. Just for those songs, if nothing else.
You can have a pint in your seat. I've said this the other day.
Yeah, that's got to be worth it just for the experiment, just to see what it's like. It'd be dead weird, wouldn't it? I think it'd be really odd.
You're all going to rock up and ruin our nice friendly atmosphere, aren't
you? Oh, yeah. All load of surly fellas just drinking ale.
Bring it on. I want to make Goodison horrible again.
Yeah, I tell you what, as soon as those chants get going, all in. So good.
All in?
Yeah.
We've got so many.
How does everyone get onto them, by the way? Just pick it up? Or is the Furies like the...
Right, so there's like 4 of us. We're called the Beatles. So we got Sarah Halpin, Joanne Gaskell, Amy Halpin, and myself. And between the 4 of us, we just send voice notes to each other. So Sarah and Joe obviously work for the club, so they'll be like travelling, and if like songs come on the radio and stuff, and then they'll send something across, and then me and Amy will have a little listen. Or we'll just be like sort of sat there, and then a new player signs. Obviously, you'd have to get like how many syllables are in each name, just kind of work it out. We also try to make sure that they're topical, so things have like sort of some sort of hint, like Kelly Gargo, Radio Gaga. It's got to be like an actual sort of thing about the song that makes sense.
Yeah.
We had 3 Swedish players, so obviously they all had ABBA chants, for example.
Obviously. Yeah.
Obviously.
Maybe that was Calvert-Lewin's problem. The amount of syllables in Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you never get a song out of that.
Oh, no chance.
Anyway, we'll move on. Stephen has asked who is going to be the next person to get a statue built at Everton and what will be the reason for it. He thinks it's got to be whoever our manager is if we beat Bournemouth away. Or if we beat Brighton at home. We never do that either. For me, there's only one contender here, and it's Jordan Pickford doing that tackle on that gobshite. Got to be statue of that.
I'd love that.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? It's such an iconic pose that he's in that if you put that in a statue, as soon as you see it, you know what it is. But yeah, that would be incredible.
I'll just get like one of them big, those big painting things. What are they called?
Mural.
Let's just get a big mural of that somewhere, somewhere really, by the ground.
Yeah. It's iconic, isn't it?
It's iconic, yeah. It's iconic. The day that Virgil died.
I tell you what, you can keep your Champions Leagues, you can keep your titles. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It was. But yeah, any
that one where he's holding the leg like a trophy.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Because it'd be more difficult to have like another like Van Dijk floating with Pickford as a statue. I was trying to process it in my mind, like Rodin. Yeah.
Any advance on Pickford?
Well, I just want one of Pickford just for the sake of it.
It's always Jordan Pickford, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Seamus Coleman is 47, still playing, and we win.
Still coming on for 10 minutes as right back.
he lifts that Europa Conference League. That will be the day.
Oh, it's on. It's on. 2 seasons away. It's on. Good time.
Maybe.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I'm just going to say with the Coleman one, maybe there's like a button on that statue where you can press it and he gives like an inspirational team speech.
Well, by the time we win a trophy, all of that technology will have moved on.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah. There won't be statues, there'll just be holograms.
Yes.
Yeah. Interactive as well. Be like
hologram Coleman. Hologram Coleman will kick the shit out of hologram Shankly. That's all I'm saying. Good times. What are worse, Crocs or these club-affiliated Sambas? Have you seen them, by the way? So Liverpool have just released the Adidas kits.
Yeah.
Yesterday. They brought out a pair of LFC Adidas Samba. So the white with red stripes. On the tongue is the Liverpool badge and it looks dreadful. But the worst touch in gold, instead of Samba, it's got YNWA.
Oh.
They are bad. So I sent Liam in response to this a picture of Crocs have just brought out some Wolverine Crocs, which are blue and yellow with like 3 claws coming out the front. I would wear them ahead of those club affiliated Sambas. And everyone should have given up on club-affiliated trainees after Everton's Puma Roma because they're never getting beaten.
Yeah.
They were elite.
You know the Wolverine. I'm interested now. So these Crocs with the Wolverine claws on.
Yeah,
Are they made of adamantium? Like,
I would hope so.
I could wear them to Anfield next time I go.
Yeah,
They have their uses. You know
kick
what I
a
mean?
clock right up the hoop with them. Oof.
Yeah.
There you go.
It. I personally, do you know what though? I've changed my mind on Crocs. Changed my mind on them. They look awful. Terrible
Comfy though, aren't
fashion
they?
choice. They are comfortable shoes. Them, you know, they
Do
are really comfortable.
Do you wear them in sports mode or not? I tend not to.
I haven't worn them in sports mode yet. I'll be honest. I'm just for like pottering around, walking the dog. Dead comfortable for walking the dog, but I haven't used sports mode yet. No, the little straps on the back of your heels have not come into play yet.
No, it's not a good look, the sports mode. I mean, Crocs in general aren't anyway, but I think sports mode, not the one.
Yeah, I say you can't knock how comfortable they are though. You just can't.
No pissing about, slipping them on, slip your feet in and you're gone.
That's it. It's like having fans on your feet because it's got those little holes in. So in these,
you get a nice cross breeze. Yeah.
I mean, the bad thing is I've got like tan lines on me where the holes are now on my feet. Looks like I've had some kind of disease, but yeah, comfortable shoes.
Crocs all day then.
Crocs for the win.
Definitely.
Les, sorry.
Yeah.
You see, you're saying the Wolverine Crocs. If they're Liverpool ones, do they just say wool?
That's the one. Definitely. Spirit Blues has asked, what's the most embarrassing thing you've confidently said in public? Stuart Barlow to play for England. I'm going back to that one. Definitely. Paul, come on, you must have some belters for this.
I was about to say, I could write a book on this. I was only thinking before, was it Mike, Mr. Diasha, when we were in the City Tower, and I was quite confident that we could go to Anfield and win, and he just turned to the left and looked at me and went, "Is there something wrong with you?" And I was like, "How long have you got?" That was about 8 years ago or something, yeah.
Oh God, yeah. So speaking of that, yeah, the other embarrassing thing was the Zuzu thing, which I think I've shared on here before, where it was when we were in the tower recording the mailbag and she was on it, and so at the end they said, "Are you doing any gigs, any stuff coming up that you want to plug?" And she was like, "Yeah, we're doing 2 festivals. I think one was called Copperfield and one was called Festival." So I was like, "That's a bit weird, isn't it?" I said, "Oh yeah, they're cancer charity events." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." The Asher was over the other side of the room and fell off the chair, laughing at me, just putting my foot in it like that. So yeah, that one's definitely up there. I think he's still got the recording of it as well. You just hear him howl in the background. But yeah, that wasn't nice. Pete?
Well, I've said plenty, Les. My whole life is just one long line of instant regret after speaking in public. Just why I tend not to go out anymore and why I don't drink.
Yeah, definitely a good coping mechanism, I think.
Yeah.
Toffee Nose has asked, back onto the tour, since the American tour is going so well, which character from a US cop show would you most like to be? I've got one. It's got to be David Starsky for the knitwear and the Gran Torino car. You're not topping that.
Can't be topped. Can't be topped.
I'd be Lester from The Wire because he just knows everything.
Oh, yeah.
Not because I know everything. It's because I'd like to be someone who does actually know something.
What a fella he is.
Yeah.
Just sits off minding his own, but cracks everything. Oh, he's great. Yeah.
And then when he's in Tremay and he makes his own dresses.
Yeah.
You remember that? So
yeah, I do.
Another. Yeah. That's not why I want to be him.
I think Poncho off Chips as well. I'm only saying Poncho because he's the only one I can remember the name of. I don't remember the other fella's name. But those two just knocking about LA on those bikes.
You can wear them when it's raining as well.
You can.
Wow.
Good garments.
Oh my God. Was that a tumbleweed that's just gone past me?
would Mulder from the X-Files count?
Yeah.
Would that
FBI.
Would
Cop
you say that's a cop show?
Yeah.
The FBI cops?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because you get... Yes, but like, I mean, Mulder, although there's the whole thing about like constantly being in fear of your life, and I'd like to have the knowledge of what's going on. Also, spending your days in a basement with a younger Gillian Anderson.
I can think of worse thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Is not the worst job in the world, is it? Let's be honest. So,
yeah. The basement bit's got alarm bells ringing there, Pete. I'm not going to lie, but the sentiments are worth completely.
Peter Fritzl.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson, Scully.
Yeah.
To work with Scully. Yeah.
It's definitely perk of the job, I don't know. Last two. Ian has asked, hi guys, hope you're well. Everyone good?
Great.
Yeah.
What would be your darts nickname and what would be your stage walk? What would your stage walk music be? 3 in the bed for me and All or Nothing by Small Faces. 3 in the bed, Roland. There you go. Paul, darts name?
26. Because that would be my score. Even though I played for years and I'm not actually that bad, but when it is bad, it's awful. Or Madhouse, because I always end up on double one, and that's the nickname of that. And then I could play the theme from Russ Abbott's Madhouse.
I'm in. Definitely. That'll be.
That's me then.
Pete. Pete. Sorry. Bloody hell. Voice crack.
So how the darts nicknames work?
That's what
is there a formula?
No.
Just
whatever you want.
Just a random word that might fit with your name.
Oh, so for example, right, Phil Taylor was the power, but that didn't mean he threw the dart harder or anything like that. Or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simon Whitlock's from Australia. He's got a big beard. His nickname's the Wizard. Peter Wright is called Snakebite. I don't know. It's because he likes cider and lager together, or it does look like sometimes. Yeah, and it rhymes as well. So it's up to you.
I tell you what, I've just thought Wizard is such a good rip, isn't it? If you call someone a fucking wizard, that's a belter.
Wizard, yeah.
Yeah, that is a belter.
Maybe mine would be Texan then, if you say that.
I'd like to be the Birkenhead bastard, but that sounds more like a wrestler. To be honest,
I can't stop that. I'll have to. Regretfully, I don't think I'll ever make it as a professional darts player.
Oh no!
So I'll never find a day. But I think I've got to come out to in honour of Terry Phelan. I've got to come out to You've Lost That Love and Feeling. Get everyone singing along, but get them to sing the right words, which are We've Lost Our Terry Phelan.
Yeah, I could be plasterboard because that's where my darts end up.
I mean, it doesn't matter about it. No one's ever going to beat Dirk van Duijvenbode. I'll very quickly send you the link if you can see it. I'm going to get it from YouTube. It basically comes out to like Dutch techno. And it's
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sure.
I think we've had this question before, haven't we?
It's the best.
Because I remember you sending this to us, yeah.
Oh my God. He's just like, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. It's only 47 seconds long as well. But
walkout music would have to be something by Half Man Half Biscuit for me as well. I can't think what though.
All I Want for Christmas is a Dupla Prague Away Kid.
Restless Legs. There you go. Coming out to Restless Legs. Half Man Half Biscuit, that'll do.
Got to have an honourable mention to Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis as well. If
that's like, that is elite walkout music.
Like in Snatch, where piece of the Soul Snatcher, McFarlane, and I'll come to Soul Snatcher, yeah.
And that's very. That sounds like an X-Files like beat.
Yeah, and then come out to Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis, and then proceed to lose embarrassingly.
Peter, I've just thought, if you do make it to like the Darts World Championship, right, and then like you're walking out and we all go from like Blue Room, Mailbag or whatever, right? Do we say
me, please?
No. Oh yeah, but after we booed you, people say who's he, and we can say he's our mate. He's also our soul snatcher. Sorry, I made myself laugh.
All week. Right, final question on that bombshell, and it's a belter from Warren. What's the best cereal?
Cheerios.
Good shout. I'm a boring guy. I just love cornflakes, but not for brekkie before bed.
Yeah, Tom doesn't.
There's
Tom
a lot to be said about.
cereal.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete.
Yeah. There's a lot to be said for late in the day cornflakes.
I think so.
Ice cold milk.
Yeah.
Ice cold milk. It's an underrated culinary delight. I've got to throw in the hat. I don't eat cereal that much anymore, I'll be honest with you. I do like a bit of Alpen because it's nice and healthy and it's also very tasty. Nesquik or Wheatos are my top two if I have to choose. Lucky Charms as well. And the bonus of going into some kind of, diabetic coma if you eat too many of them.
Did they have the marshmallows in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, like it's hard marshmallows. Oh, they're amazing. Lucky
Yeah.
Charms. They got banned here. They got banned because everyone realised that they were really bad for you.
Well, do you know what? I think we were quite lucky because we had proper sugary cereals as kids, didn't we?
Yeah.
Kids don't have that now. Do you remember Ricicles, which are Rice Krispies with sugar already on? Do you remember Do you remember they came out with little marshmallows and like little moon and star shapes? They were incredible. They were so sure. When you drink the milk at the end, honestly, you'd be done for days there. You'd be flying.
Every so often, I do like getting those cereal mix-up things, the little 8 mini boxes in the pack.
Yeah.
Feel like a kid again. And then,
I don't like Cocoa Pops though. I always had boxes of Cocoa Pops off them because I don't like them.
Really? I don't mind.
Yeah, but those things were pointless because you'd need to have like 4 of them.
Yeah,
just to fill a bowl.
What do you mean? That's what I do.
Yeah.
Well, you have all like boxes of one.
All 8 of them in one bowl, like in a vat. Or sometimes they just pour the milk into the box and just drink it all and save time and watch it
as well. Yeah. Frosted wheats are decent as well. Don't know if you can still get them. Like little shredded wheats with icing on. Used to be called toppers back in the day.
What were they called?
Yes.
What was that one?
What's that?
What was that? Frosted wheats.
Frosted wheats, yeah. Used to be called toppers.
Toppers, that's right, yeah.
They had like the white sugar.
Yeah, the white icing, yeah.
Yeah.
They were the best. Remember the ones? What were the ones like that? But they had raisins in the middle of them.
Raisin wheats.
Oh.
Honestly, that's what they were called.
No, but they had the frosted raisin wheats. Is that what they're called? Because they had like everything.
Raisin in it.
It was like the raisin and the make cereal great again, mate.
Yeah, corn pops were good as well.
You used to get toys in them as well. You used to get toys in the cereal. What happens to that?
Probably some idiot choke, so it got banned.
What happened to this planet?
We used to be a country.
I do really like Weetabix with loads of sugar on. I nearly said salt then. I don't know why. Loads of sugar on. But
that's an age, Paul. Your palate changes. So yeah, salt on your Weetabix first.
Yeah, only savoury stuff in me now. Would you like some parmesan with that? No. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Right, that's it. Unless anyone's got any more cereal, we're good.
No.
Sound. Well, I am off for a bowl of cornflakes now because it's in my head. But yeah, that is it for this week's mailbag. Unfortunately, Ed couldn't make it. He apologised for not being able to make it, but it's all good. Good, Paul and Pete. You pulled us through. Thanks to both. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in this week. As ever, we'll be back with all the usual Blue Room stuff. I think we'll have a post-match on for Man United, unfortunately, because that's not going to go well. Blue Monday, Byline, weekly, and then it's back to mailbag and we start again as we build up to the new season. That's been it for this week's mailbag. We will catch you next time.